Hey guys, it's Killswitch95 and today we're going to look at an admittedly, my bad, long game on Malinovka, top tier in the T150 South Spawn. Now as you can see by the timestamp, yes, this is going to be a long game. But let me tell you what's going through my head at the start of the match. I'm looking at teams and I'm going, alright, they got 3 scouts, 2 arty, an M44, a relatively fast medium in the Sturves, 2 pretty quick mediums in the T-34 and the VK, some Hellcats, and 2 tier 6 basically Tigers that are kinda as quick, if not quicker than this thing. And I know I'm slow, the KV2's slow as shit, the KV2 ain't even leaving the cap, so I've already resigned myself to we're probably not going to be able to take the hill. So normally I wouldn't stop to get any shots on the light tank rushing field because it is a rule of thumb. If you're going to go take the hill, do not stop to shoot the yellow scout. You're going to give up precious time in getting to the hill first to contest it. But I know I'm not going to contest the hill because I know I'm probably not going to get there first, and even if I do get there first, they got an SU-8 and most importantly a broken ass M44 that decides to reload every 16 seconds for basically tier 10 DPM but not quite, and pretty good pin and accuracy, so no, fuck that. Does anybody else think it's hilarious how the cars just explodiate into the damn air whenever they die? Like, you could just explode, but no, you just explodiate everywhere. Yeah, that's a word now. So, as I'm telling people in the chat, we can't take hill now. The KV2 is just now leaving base, so even if I would have gone to the hill, I'd have been there solo versus whatever goes there, which would have ended in my death. And me getting mad because I know I knew better, but I did it anyway, so I'm not. So we're going to set up in these bushes and prepare an ambush, because yes, I'm blind, as we can see by the minimap. This tank is blind as fuck. But I have just enough view range to spot people coming off the hill, and this bush provides just enough camo to hide my tank that's the size of the Kremlin, somehow, whenever I fire, provided I back up, because we all saw the Mountain Pass replay with this tank on how bushes work. Yeah, it's a good meme. So considering this is going to take a while to develop, let's talk a little bit more in depth about the T150, you know? The tank replaced the KV3 as the tier 6. I remember way back in the day when the KV3 was the tier 6, and dude, that was kind of broken, but that was also way back in the day when I think tier 6s either saw tier 9 or tier 10 tanks, so I know they saw tier 9, but I don't remember tier 10 so much. But then they changed some patches, the KV got split into the tier 5 KV1 and the tier 6 KV2, and this became the tier 6. And for years, the predominantly OP tier 6 Russian heavy was the KV1S. Oh, maybe we can get a shot in? Nah. Okay. So the KV1S was broken. We all know that. It was fast. It had the 122 of the IS. Oh, that Tiger's making a play. Well, the VK36, but it's basically a Tiger. Because it doesn't have armor. Because the Tiger doesn't have armor in this game. But the unsung hero of the 3 Russian tier 6 heavies between the 1S, the 150, and the KV2 was this. Everybody knew about the 1S. It was fast, it had the 122, it was a pub stomp machine. No, everybody knew about the KV2, it derped people. Can we get one in the VK? Nice. Nobody really paid this tank the time of day. I get spotted here, I'm trying to back up and not get shot. Oh, can I not get shot by Artie? Oh. I didn't take any HP damage. Fuck it. That's gotta be the M44. Fuck him. But yeah. This thing was a KV1S killer because of the 90mm of front armor, the 90mm of side armor. The turret's okay except for the commander's hatch and the T-3485M examples exactly why taking the hill was a bad idea. They already took it, dude. They took it basically the moment the KV decided to not leave cap, because I wasn't going to go there myself. Ooh, can we get one into Sturve? Nice. The shots are few and far between right now, but they're racking up, and that's important. That's going to help me with my mark, which, if you'll remember from the last video, was stopped at 94.85, so I'm trying to get it this game. Maybe, because this game is directly after that. But with the 90 millimeters of basic all-around armor, the mobility is, yeah, bad, mostly on the traverse aspect. Like, going forward isn't that bad. The traverse speed is just garbage. But the gun's very well-rounded, especially compared to back in the day with the 1S. Like, the 1S was horribly inaccurate, the reload was slower, and the pin was kinda low. This thing, the accuracy's okay, the reload's okay, the alpha is comparable, and the pin is decent. Nice hit into the Hellcat, which meant that this was the more well-rounded of the three heavies. The 1S had the alpha and the mobility, the KV2 had the alpha, and this had the armor and kind of mobility, but kind of not. Which is why when the KV-1S was finally moved to Tier 5 and split into the KV-85, the KV-85 got all kinds of buffs. It kept the 122 just massively nerfed, and the 100mm became the DPM machine of Tier 6 heavies that everybody flocks to. Oh, can we get a shot into this Sturve? Oh no, damn, that whiffed really high. Okay, maybe the second shot can be better if he's sitting there. No, that whiffed right up to the top of the reticle. But when the KV-85 was introduced and all the buffs got added to it, this tank remained the same. Which is just a testament to how well-rounded this tank has been, more or less, since its introduction. I see the AT-8. I know I'm not going to pin him with AP, so we're going to load some APCR, and hopefully we can hit his commander's hatch. That is looking like a tough target to do, though. Nice. Alright. Get some assistance on him. It's looking pretty well. Maybe I can get another one in. No. That was an extreme angle off his commander's hatch. That was never going to pin. Stop using the 85M as cover and come out and die already so I can go back to spotting in my bush. Thank you. And while this thing has always been a well-rounded heavy, I did stop playing it for a while simply because after 357 got introduced, you know, we all know how bad Matchmaker took a hit. How it started out kinda okay, but then everything was just bottom tier. So why would I do that to myself? Why would I put this very solid and decent heavy into constant tier 8 games where I'm going to have to try super hard to not just be a burden? Like, there's no point. But since they redid the Matchmaker this past April, I've been taking it out, and you know what? Like I said in one of my previous videos, the old girl still got it. She's been here for years, she's been relatively unchanged for years, but she's still got it where it counts. The view range is bad, but all the view range is bad on the Russian Tier 6 heavies. Like, none of them have any exceptional view range. The mobility with traverse skills is not terrible. Because, again, that's where you lose the speed in the T150. You lose it in the turns. Armor, angle it just like this against most opponents, and you're going to do fine, provided you're not facing another heavy. And really, the only glaring weak spot on the T150 is the commander's hatch. You can get some real high-pin guns to go straight through your mantlet, but that's kind of few and far between, and most people try to hit the commander's hatch, and being that it's not centered on the tank like in the KV-4, depending on which corner you go to, you might actually be able to hide it. So, yeah, it's a really solid heavy. It's a shame more people don't play it. More people just flock to the KV2 or the KV85. Like, you're missing out on one of the more well-rounded Tier 6 heavies that's been in the game for years, relatively unchanged. Like, you don't really have to worry about them nerfing it. Now, right now, I'm telling the Hellcat he needs to rush to the hill because we've got 5 minutes to go here, in case people have been actually watching the match and not just listening to me banter. So we need to try and take the hill. And I knew the Sturv was like a one-shot. The problem is, it was the wrong Sturv. So it's a good thing the Hellcat didn't listen to me right now because while I was right, the Sturv is a one-shot. Just not that one. So if you're watching this, Hellcats, good job not listening to me. I'm not always right. Most of the time I'm wrong. But considering the Sturv went off the hill, he's giving it up. I can take it. Which is something that needed to be done first, but I couldn't do because we all know we all got off to a slow start and we were slow anyway. It wasn't going to happen, but now it can happen. The Sturv 74 is moving in. He needs to die. I don't know what the KV2 shot at, but okay, my dude. But the Sturv 74 needs to die for sure because he's got a really solid gun. Really good gun on that thing. That's one of the few medium tanks that I actually am scared of simply because he's got penetration. So if I can get him out or somebody get him out, that's great. But now, I kind of need to know where the other Sturv is, which has the same gun but in a 3-round autoloader. So if I can make him bounce a couple and he gets one in, I'm going to be able to kill him on his reload. But I need to know where he is. And the problem is I don't know quite where he is. So I kind of wanted to... Oh shit, he's right there. Okay. So he's going the round. He's going to try and come up and fight me. Okay, I need to use this 85M as cover so that he doesn't shoot me in. Ooh. Fatality. Damn. Well, that made it easy. And shit, there's already... Okay, he's running away. Whew. Okay, we're good. Because the M44 is dead. I don't know when the M44 died, but that is great. The Sturv's dead. The only thing left is the Dicker Max, the Hellcat, and the ES-Shoot. Now, the rest of the team, we need to advance. We've been camping and basically ambushing them as they come into us since the start of the game. Now's the time when we need to take it to them because I know I'm full HP. Let me look around and see. The Hellcat's full HP. I'm pretty sure the Jagdpanzer's close to full HP. We need to go. The problem is, we don't know where the Hellcat is because he's been last reported in D2 forever. And the Dicker Max has unnerfed TD view range, which means he's got 400 meters view range. He's going to see me coming all day, every day, no problem. Which is why I wanted to conserve my HP for so long because, yeah, he's going to see me all day, every day. He's going to get the first shot. Depending on where he shoots me, though, I may be able to either drive into natural cover, drive behind a building, go into some bushes and go unspotted, and play from there. I think about going down the cliff, but there's no time for that. I need to just go for it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just go for it. The Hellcat is in H2. Nice. I don't have to worry about him. Okay. Our Hellcats are closing in. Our Hellcat should kill him anyway. Dude, what's... Okay, you know what? I'll take it. At this point, I'll take it. As long as it gets the enemy guy out. So I get spotted. I'm like, okay, that's got to be the Dicker Max, but where's the Artie? Okay, the Artie doesn't stun me. That tells me he has the 152, not the 203. Jagdpanzer gets the Dicker Max. That's great, but where's the SU-8? We've got 1:10 to go. We need to spot him. Hellcat, I sympathize with your hate for the Artie, but we got him. We need to kill him because we're not going to have time to cap. Nice. Alrighty, and that's game. Alright, I send out a platoon invite to the Jagdpanzer at the end. Try to sneak in that BIA at the end. He didn't take it, but we ended up with 117 spotting damage, 2,452 actual damage, mostly sniping in a tank that doesn't have that good gun handling. And because the game we had before on Tundra, which is a previous video, was the Ace Tanker, naturally we only get first class for our 939 experience. But this game, we get high caliber, fire for effect, demolition expert, because fuck that Sturv in particular, am I right? But most importantly, we did it, guys. Mission accomplished. Third mark of excellence. It only took 1,269 games in the T150. Yeah. Admittedly, like 500 of those were actually played before they even introduced marks of excellence. That's how old the tank is. Like, it's been around since way before that. But that's it. That's one of my milestones that I wanted to achieve in the game. I got the E8 Sherman 3 marked, and I got my favorite Tier 6 Heavy 3 marked, the T150. And on that note, I'll see you guys on the next one.